What's this?
That's an art project.
Okay, I like it. Picasso.
Let's just put up a picture of the candidate that I'm about to talk about. She is in fact a Republican. Okay? All right. Can we play that, Jordan? Let's do it.
What's this?
That's an art project.
Okay, I like it. Picasso. What's this?
That's an art project.
Okay, so her name is Sarah Stogner. She was actually naked in her campaign ad. When I say naked, she was completely 100% unclothed, all right? She is a member of the GOP. She's running for energy lawyer. She's really stunned that this received so much criticism. I mean, my goodness. All right, I'm gonna highlight this for a couple of reasons. I will give you that update in a minute. Let's put a picture up again. Sarah Stogner, Texas Railroad Commissioner. And according to the narrative, she's actually the top candidate. On her campaign site, she says she's against crony capitalism and self-funding her own campaign to prove she is not beholden to special interest groups. She has represented operators, service companies, and landowners in legal disputes for 15 years. She says she is ready to help usher in the next era of energy independence in Texas. The initial video had the Sugar Hill Gang's Apache playing in the background, was uploaded on TikTok, and then shared this tweet on Super Bowl Sunday. It says, and I quote, "They said I needed money. I have other assets." She's a serious candidate, everybody. Despite his name, the Railroad Commission does not actually regulate railroads. Okay, they have not regulated railroads since 2005. It oversees the Lone Star State's oil and gas industry. Her friend suggested she should share this with the world to call attention to leaking oil wells in West Texas. She has now had many of her endorsers rip their endorsement away. She probably needs to get better friends. She said, "I started doing a little digging and was like, wow, this is great. This is how I'm going to communicate to the masses about what's happening out here because people are visual." Now, I want to remind everyone, this is why it's an important story. She's running for a serious position. She's a Republican, she's a Republican woman. She's running for a serious position where people have to vote for her and put her in position in this serious position. And she makes a commercial and she's naked. There's no substance, there's no policy, there's nothing in the commercial that's actually substantive to the office. But she says, listen, I don't really need all of that. I just want to get people's attention. Now remember, when you run for political office, that is a policy position. You are literally put in charge of policy. And the GOP candidate that you just saw, she does not believe she needs to convince people about policy. She just needs to get their eyes on her body. Now, let's be clear, okay? This kind of rhetoric in politics is problematic, but it also shows the reality of how individuals who are supporting candidates like this, how they actually think about political positions in America. There's more. Stogner told the paper that she decided to release a video because the risk seemed worth it. As a University of Houston poll showed, she's only a few points behind Christian, who has been bankrolled by the oil and gas interest. Looks like it may be working. "I knew it would be controversial. I didn't realize it would incite the rage and anger that it did from the press," all right? So I wanna be clear, I'm not angry. I'm not upset. I'm not enraged by it. I just hope that people who seek office are serious about the office they seek, even if they are creative with how they promote and proclaim their policy position. At least let there be a policy position. Ben, thoughts?
Yeah, 100%, and it really just seems to be taking light of the issue because, like, and I'll make it serious for a second, right? The oil and gas industry. I mean, the United States has invaded countries for oil, right? Like, people have died over oil, and climate change is like threatening the entire planet, right? So it's really weird to like put out an ad like this, but I feel like it's almost the next logical iteration of where the Republican Party's been going because, how do you go further than the shooting guns at, stacks of paper saying you're shooting legislation down or something like that? Like, Republicans really just, their ads have just become further and further detached from reality, detached from any type of serious issue. It's very much just this showmanship for showmanship's sake. And then once they get into office, just doing whatever it takes for their friends to make a profit.
Yep, all right, and another ironic twist with this whole thing. Stogner says that the ad was an opportunity to discuss real issues, okay? She said, and I quote, "I want to put my clothes back on and have a serious conversation. I want to talk about groundwater. I want to talk about flaring. I want to talk about winterizing our infrastructure, pipelines. But that's boring. It doesn't get clickbait." And then she also said that she has always been objectified by men in the industry and it just has to stop. Can't make this stuff up.